All right, brothers and sisters. All right, here we go. Hold on. Let's see here. Hold on for a second, Stephen. Let's see here. Leave a comment really quick, Stephen. Let me know that you're on, so that way I can send you the invite. Hopefully it'll come in. It'll allow you to come on. Okay, I'm trying to see here to be able to add you, to invite you in. Hold on. Okay, I'm trying to. Hey, I tell you what, go back out, Stephen, and come back in. Go out and come back in because it's not allowing me to add you for some reason. I don't know if it's the signal or what, but go back out of the video and then come back into the video. And maybe we can add you back again. Shabbat shalom, Brother Eric. Okay, let me see here. Let me see if it'll add you in. I think we might have you.
Shalom, brother.
Shalom. There you go. There you go. All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear real good.
Great.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to point out to everybody still the internet situation, you know. So I apologize to everybody listening. But yeah, for me, like I said, it's about saying that information with the family, you know, doing that research. You know, I like that research, the field stuff. I like to go out there and, you know, see for myself what's really going on. We can't allow mainstream media to teach us. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So for me, I like to, you know, invest my money into going places, studying for myself. I know you saw my documentary about Morocco as well. I went to Morocco, did a documentary on the Israelites of Morocco. Have you seen that one?
I haven't saw that one.
Now you should check that out. It's a short documentary. Okay. It's on my trips to Morocco. It created a lot of problems for myself with Morocco, with the Moroccan Jews and you know, and even the Moroccan people. But you know, they can't deny the facts of the original indigenous Israelites who actually were there, you know, and who the Moroccan Jews actually stem from if they want to claim to be original Israelites. You know, but for me, this is the kind of thing I like to do, you know. I really like to travel places and see for myself, you know, and like the indigenous Jordanians, original black Jordanians, visit them. You know, you'll find some of them in my documentary called Wadi Anam, where it talks about the Israelis taking the land from the people. There's a lot of stuff they're doing out here that's not shown on mainstream media, and I mean, if people go onto my website, stephengraham.net, or they go to my YouTube channel, you can watch all documentaries for free. They can see for themselves, you know, what's really going on out here, because there's a lot of stuff going on out here that people don't see, you know. And I do encourage, like Sheikh said, people to just visit the land. They'll be surprised what they see, you know, what they find out, you know. Because my next venture.
Let me ask you this, Stephen. Because in America, and I know I mentioned this to you before, and you laughed about it. In America, a lot of our black brothers and sisters over here who are either Christian or whatnot, they actually believe that the people in the land are the people. And I know you laughed about that.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, just by reading the Bible itself, you know it's not true. You get what I'm saying? By reading the Bible, you know the original Israelites were black anyway. Do you get what I mean? But when you come over here, you see for yourself that, like I said, like deserts and even certain mountain communities, it's all owned by black people. You know, we've always been here. It's nothing new. Do you get what I mean? It's nothing new, and it's crazy when to hear that, you know, our people even believe that, you know, those Jews, the European Jews, are actually the real Israelites. I thought to me, I thought everyone stopped thinking that long time ago, you know, because it's something that it's not something that it can't even be debated about, you know, the original Israelites, the original Ishmaelites. It's undeniable, you know, the original Israelites being black, because I mean, when you study from biblical scriptures alone, we understand, you know, just even the Moses described and depicted as being of dark skin. Whether you're going from a understand from Kemet from a perspective of Moses being in Kemet, or you're going from perspective of even like what the Quran teaches and what the Hadith teaches about Moses' complexion being black. The Bible tells you Jesus was black. I mean, these are things that are well known to everybody, that the prophets and the people are black. So for the fact that people still thinking today, you know, that state of Israel, 1948. I mean, anyone understand the history of state of Israel, they know that the state of Israel was given 3 countries before they actually chose Israel. Do you know that, right? I don't know if you know.
Mm-hmm.
They were offered actually a place in America. I think it was Georgia. They was offered a place in West Africa. You know, I mean, you can't be the true Israelites and the world governments are offering you different places to set up your state. Do you know what I mean? It's only after saying, no, we're not taking America. We ain't gonna take, you know, West Africa. You know, we are taking. We want the Holy Land. Do you get what I mean? So, sorry, 1 second. Thank you. Huh? Yeah, thank you, baby. Cheers. Oh. Thank you. Sorry, my fiance. But yeah, so it's like, you know, we can't. It's kind of crazy for people to even think in their mind that, you know, the European Jews are. And I don't know if anyone understands the history of, like, or even what's going on right now in Israel. That Israel's got the highest cancer rate in the world. I don't know if you know that. You know, if this is your ancestors' land, no disrespect to you, but if this is your ancestors' land, you know, you won't be getting cancer right now. You feel me? You'll be settling nice and cool. That's where I'm coming from. Nature itself is telling you this thing. Nature itself is telling you this ain't their home, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I'm not here. I don't hate on no one. I don't hate on no race or color or people, because, you know, when we read the book of Genesis, it prophesies of these people as well, you know. Japheth shall dwell in the tents of Shem. So we know why they're here for a purpose. They're here for a reason. But for us as a people to, you know, still be believing in that concept of, you know, the European Jews being the true children of Israel, that's beyond me to know that, you know. But no disrespect to anybody still believing that, because there was a time where I once didn't know certain things. So I just believe that we need to still reach out to our people, knowledge. That's why, hence why I put the documentary on for free, because it costs me a lot of money to travel to here. We go up and down. Okay, we have cars now out here, but it costs me money for petrol. Is traveling all over the place. And I've got my editing team. I've got my, you know, it costs me a lot of money. But for throw it out on YouTube, like I went to Morocco, it cost me £3,000. You know, and no one funds me, so that's why I can put out hardcore hitting documentaries. Because no one ain't telling me, oh, leave out that, leave out this. You know, I do it myself. You know, it's hard and it's financially struggling, but, you know, y'all opens away all the time. You feel me? And for me, it's like, it's so important that I felt like I need to put every documentary on YouTube for free. You know, anybody wants to see my documentary, to go to EP channel with Stephen Graham EP channel. Or like I said, go to my website, www.stephengraham.net. You'll see my documentaries there all day. You know, I've got a few more coming out as well. I've got a documentary coming out soon, which is called Black Arabia, where it goes into the Israelite history after 2nd AD, and that's going into Arabia, and it talks about the Israelite history in Arabia. And that's something that really a lot of people don't actually talk about or even acknowledge. The amount of Israelites actually in Arabia even today. And it's like over here, a lot of Israelites over here, they speak Arabic, they're Muslims, they will tell you, oh, I'm a Muslim, but I'm Israelite. You know, that's the history. Some are Ishmaelites, some are Israelites. Like myself, I'm an Israelite. I follow the Torah. I don't stray from the Torah. I read the Quran, I read the Bible, I read all the holy books. In fact, I'm writing a book called Oneness. I don't know if you've seen. But if you go on my website, you'll see the book called Oneness I'm writing. Where it's because a lot of people got a misconception about the books. I always encourage people to read for yourself. Like I spent a long time. I read the Bible, what you call the Tanakh, the Canon's Bible. I read the Tanakh twice in Hebrew. I've read the whole Bible itself twice, over and over myself. And I read the Quran. Like I read for myself. I don't follow a scholar, imam, or rabbi. Like I'm not saying it's bad to follow people, but it's good to read for yourself, because we all say we believe in a God that's going to judge us according to our own sins and our own wrongs. But yet we seem to want to follow everybody else talking, it kind of defeats the object. Say
Right.
salam. Say salam. Say salam. Salam.
Salam. What you over there eating, man? Look like you get eating some barbecue there.
Yeah, some barbecue chicken. I can't be showing everybody because, like I said, some of the women are going up covered. But yeah, yeah, there was some barbecue over. You know, hey, black people love chicken, bro.
even in the Holy Land, black people love chicken.
Anywhere we are, we love chicken, bro. Bye, Gran. I love you. Anywhere we are, we love chicken. That's just me, chicken.
Listen, so the thing is, before I let you go, man, really appreciate it. And I saw in the documentary that Sheikh said that, you know, we were here and they came here. That he was talking about they came. They weren't here in the beginning. They came here.
Yeah, we come on, we the religious people here, man. I mean, like I said, Sheikh belongs to a tribe called Tadabin. It's one of the oldest tribes in the land. Like it's not an if or but. We've been here forever. It's not like, you know, we're new to this land. We're not new. You know, it's impossible to think that we're new to this land. Black people new to this land. It's crazy. It's to think that, you know, for people to even to believe that the state of Israel is actually, I mean, if you know about what's his name, Nasser, the president of Egypt, he made a statement. He said that, you know, you'll never have peace because you left out here black and came out white. Do you feel me? So the reality is, you know, like I said, I'm not here about hate against no race or color or nothing. It's about truth. The Most High God loves truth above all things. There's no denying that black people are indigenous to this land. And like I said, you know, if you really were from here, you won't be getting skin cancer when you come back. You know, you got the highest rate of skin cancer in the world. You know, followed by Australia, where they took land from Aborigines. Do you get what I mean? So when you think about it, the reality is, you know, this ain't their land. You know what I'm saying? But they're here for a reason. They're here for a purpose. You know, we just got to fulfill our purpose and that. And I always keep telling our people, we always refer to Deuteronomy 28 because it refers to us a lot. But we've got to bear in mind, the 28 talks about the curses, but also talks about the blessings as well. And I think we need to put our mind as well and think about, we understand the curses that hit us, but we have to also look at the blessings that can also come to us too. Because I think a lot of people are stuck on just thinking about the curses.
Well, a lot of the Christians, a lot of the black Christians over here in America, they've come up with a defense to say that Deuteronomy 28 is not talking about us. It's talking about what happened to the people who are in the land today. That happened before. That didn't happen during the slave trade. That happened before the slave trade, and that doesn't link to us. That's what their defense is.
The European Ashkenaz, even Sephardic, they have no history of themselves going through any form of slavery. None. There is no history of them doing it. So what kind of slave trade did they go through? What boats did they ever get taken into? No, they never got taken to no boats. Do you get what I mean? That's their defense, man. Now, you know, it's black people still hold on to that Jesus, that concept of Jesus, you know, the European concept of Jesus, and you know, I got amazing pictures to show them that. That's why, hence, I'm actually putting out a GoFundMe soon in regards to Ethiopia, because, like I said, I've got a big venture I want to do in Ethiopia, because I think that's going to type a lot of things for Christians as well. We say a lot of things about Ethiopia from a mainstream media perspective, and Ethiopia is tied to ancient Israel. You know, because we got three different lineage in Ethiopia that claim Israelite lineage. You got the Aksumite dynasty, which is Solomon Sheba. You got the Zagwe, which claim back to as King Lalibela, which claim back to Moses and Zipporah. And you've got a bunch of I forgot the other dynasty. They're literally like Rastafarians. They love Brahmanas in Ethiopia. And these three dynasties, they all claim back to be Israelites. And then you got the general public in Ethiopia who also say that they're from the Israelite lineage. But though they're always on about their Christianity, but there's two different Christianity aspects of Christianity in Ethiopia. You got the modern Christianity where it's being affected by the European ideology, and they're putting up, even over here, the Christian church, the Ethiopian church in Jerusalem, they've got white Jesus on their walls. But if you talk to them and get you close to them, but if you're close to them, they would take out from the cupboard some black pictures. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, they actually take them down, the black pictures. Now,
really,
in Ethiopia, it's been going on as well. Yeah. It's an influx of. It's the European. It's like if you watch my documentary, Moroccan Jews of Mogador, in the synagogue of Chaim Pinto, yeah, they say that they got these pictures looking like Sephardic Jews are very brown. They're kind of brown. They're tanned, yeah.
Yeah.
The Moroccan Jews are kind of tan. Some of them come out for black people. You know, they're very light. But if you look at the picture they got of Cameron Pinto, he looks like Ashkenaz. He don't look like no Sephardic Jew. He looks white, like pale white. Like he's more white than your skull, than the hat you're wearing on your head. Like he looks white. If you look at my video, see real talk, check it out, and you can see the European indoctrination, what they've done to even in Morocco. So, but when you look at the pictures on that, they got some pictures which the guy had some that was on display and some he took out for me, and even the guard, even the guard for the synagogue, he says the original Israelites and the original Arabs of Morocco were black. Which, if you study the Ammonite dynasty in Morocco, which stem from Israelites, which stem from the Israelites, because the Ammonite dynasty stem from Israelites. Where you look at, they had two branches of it. The Ammonite dynasty stem from Israelites, and they're a branch of it. But you got, if you hear about Musli Ibn Sharif, they call him the Great Black Sultan. Amazing, like he was very close to his Israelite brothers, very close. There's a lot of people like make rumors that he sold a lot of Israelites. That's not true. He sent a lot of Israelites to Europe to help trade with the Europeans and the Spains, and he done a lot with the Israelites. And they of misconceptions about how they've portrayed the black Moroccans and the black Israelites. I mean, you need to watch documentary Moroccan Jews of Mogador. It's only like 20 minutes. But the knowledge in it is just in depth. The point I'm trying to get at is the same thing done in there. They've done that in Ethiopia. They've taken a lot of the pictures of black and even like a lot of information, documents, and they've whitewashed it. They've literally whitewashed it. They've whitewashed it so bad. And this is why I want to go Ethiopia too. I want to bring certain truths to life. You know, talk to certain priests. Like in Ethiopia, they'll tell you that they had a Christianity, like I said to you before, I was talking, I said they got Christianity that extended before the birth of Jesus Christ. A lot of people say, but hold on, how can Ethiopians claim to have Christianity before the birth of Jesus Christ? But then they're forgetting, like I said to you before, they're forgetting that the Messiah came in as David's seed when David got his covenant with God. When God made a covenant with David, saying, I'll give you that, I'll make a covenant with the house of David, and you know your seeds will ever be before me in Jerusalem, and the Lord said to my Lord, sit at my right hand. Yeah. But they don't realize that David, that the Messiah, the spirit of the Messiah, should I say the spirit aspect of the Messiah, predates him coming David's seed. Hence why Jesus says in the book of New Testament, whose son is David? And they said the Messiah, they said he's David's seed. They said, well, how could David call him Lord and Spirit? Yeah. Because the Messiah predates the whole concept. So look, I've got a documentary coming out in 2 weeks' time. It's be free on my YouTube as well, on my channel. It's called Love Israel, the Glory of Jerusalem and Light of the World. Technically, I break down the whole concept of the Messiah, how long the Messiah, who the Messiah was to us as Israelites before he actually became David's seed. Because there's a lot of misconceptions when we actually think the Messiah is just something, it's a new concept, you know, David's seed. And now, this concept's been with Israel long before David was given that promise by the Most High. It's in the scriptures, it's very clear. So, I mean, like I said, I encourage people to read for themselves. And this is why I want to go Ethiopia myself, and you know, just bring certain things to light that isn't shown to our people, that, you know, our people don't really, we ain't gonna get from mainstream media or mainstream media's videos about Ethiopia, because it's so important for us as a people to understand what really went on in Ethiopia, you know what I mean? So that's one of my things. Hopefully I'll raise enough money to do that, because I've never really asked no one to contribute to anything I've done. I've always just done it. But, you know, like I said, I've done like 14, 16 documentaries. Things are a bit tight now, especially with me getting married and a lot of stuff going on. I've got my other priorities with my money, likewise. But hopefully the community will support me in regards to this venture in Ethiopia and other ventures I plan to make. And yeah, I'll continue making documentaries, which I still will. I've got about 4 or 5 documentaries coming out. Like I said, I've got the documentary about the Israelites and the Ishmaelites and who are the original Arabs, and who, you know, because today you even got the concept of Arabia. You got the concept of Arabia, the Arabs in Arabia today. We see, you know, the European-looking Arabs, just like you got the European-looking Israelites. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. But the original Arabs are actually white. They're actually black. And the original Arabs came out of Ethiopia, which a lot of people don't understand that, because if you study history, you'll see that the original Arabs, when you go in like the Himyarites, the Sabaeans, they were all Ethiopians. If you study the history of Caleb and Abraham and Nuwas, you understand how Ethiopia ruled Arabia. You know, that's the next misconception as well. In a lot of people in regards to Islam, they look at Islam as a very European thing, where Islam's actually more geared to you bringing you back into Islamic way of life more than anything else. But then again, it's about reading the Quran for yourself. There's a lot of misconceptions with this whole doctrine, what they call Islam today. You know, what they call Islamic culture, because if you study into all this, if you go a lot of studying, you realize that there's so much misconceptions out there that's leading our people all over the place, like all over different avenues and different ways. It's non-profitable that we don't, as Israelites ourselves, study, you know, and it's important that we do, because we know as Israelites we're very stiff-necked. Our forefathers said it, you know, we were very stiff-necked, but we were a chosen nation not because of how great we were, but because of our fathers. And it was told that, you know, we need to humble ourselves as Israelites. We need to humble ourselves, and we need to actually become servants to mankind. That's our whole role. Our whole role was to be servants to mankind. You feel me? So for me, I feel obliged. I feel blessed that, you know, the Most High has allowed me to humble myself, that I can actually try to, you know, serve people, to, you know, whatever I learn, I can push out there, and the things I do, and I'm be fortunate enough to make certain journeys, and you know, I can share with people, because for me that's really important. I wanna literally serve. That's why I want to give my documentary free. I got book one that's writing. It's about the Bible, Torah, and Quran. It's gonna take me over 2 years of research, 2-3 years of research, just breaking down the Bible, breaking down the Quran, breaking down history, do a lot of stuff to studying, buying books, just doing a lot of things, you know, because like I said, researching even Prophet Muhammad's history, his grandmother related to King David. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that historical facts I've got. Some of that I put in my documentary, African Origin of Abraham Faith. I mean, there's so much I can go into. I can go from here to here to here. Like, I can talk about so many different things, because, you know, really and truly, you need to actually give me a topic to talk about, because I know so much, and my mind's full of so much knowledge. I can be talking about 1,000,001 things all day long. It's like, you know, next time we talk, give me a subject and I'll stick with it, because
you know, this
talk about a billion things.
This was kind of last minute. It was kind of put together really quick and stuff like that. So next time, I definitely want you to come on and promote the documentaries. Whenever you get ready to do the GoFundMe, definitely we want to have you on again, so that way we can try at least help you in some capacity with getting to Morocco and stuff. It's Morocco, right? Where are you going to? Ethiopia.
Ethiopia. Yeah, I want to go Ethiopia, and I want to go to Mali, because the history of our people in Mali is crazy. Because when people talk about Timbuktu, like, a lot of people understand that the Abraham contribution, the Israelite contribution, we've as Israelites contributed in so much ways, but a lot of people don't understand, because, you know, we look at like Israelites, you know, like in Finland, you got the tribe of Judah, but you got different houses. You got the house of David. Inside the house of David, you know, you've got like the Bethlehemites. You know, you got like the Judeans, and you got the Bethlehemites, and in the Bethlehemites, you got the house of David, and you got some in. you got tribes, you got clans and sub-clans. Does that make sense? So in every tribe, you got our clan, you got clans and sub-clans, and do you get what I mean? Like, so they say for Solomon Sheba became the Solomon line in Ethiopia. It still belongs to the house of David, but it's not the house of David. It's not the Davidic throne. It's the Solomonic throne. You know, we had sub-clans. It's like over here, you got a tribe, and you got the clans, and you got sub-clans, and different families. So different families, they have the sub-clans name of their family. When you study history of Arabia, you study like Bani Najjar, the Bani Nair, there's so many sub-clans of Israelites that were in Arabia that was so important and done so much work in Arabia and Ethiopia. People don't realize, and we think that, oh, they're Muslim or they're Arab, and we just don't know that if you study the history properly, you realize that some tribes in Arabia today, they claim that Elias, they call Elias in Arabia, is their forefathers. Well, we all know Elijah the prophet was an Israelite.
Right.
So these tribes are literally their forefathers, the Israelites, because there was a lot of intermixing between the Israelites and the Ishmaelites, and a lot of people don't understand that history. They haven't actually done that. They haven't done their research to understand the historical intermixing between the Abraham seeds, because a lot of that happened as well. Like, because we think of like Moses. Moses Zipporah. Zipporah, prime example. Moses' wife Zipporah. Her father Yithro, he came from Midian, which was the son of Keturah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get what I'm saying? And Midian, they lived in Ethiopia, but they also lived in Arabia, because remember, bear in mind, like I said, Ethiopia ruled Arabia. Ethiopia, Arabia is actually the same place. When you think about Ethiopia, Arabia, before the earth shifted, Arabia actually fit in Ethiopia. We look at Ethiopia and Arabia actually fits in Ethiopia. It's like that. You know what I mean? What separates Ethiopia and Arabia is the Arif. I don't know if you know about the Arif. The Arif, with the drifting of Ethiopia, Arabia away from Ethiopia. There's a lot of
Mhm.
when I mean I can go through so I can talk about so much things, bro. What this one day we chop it up. Give me a topic to talk about. I put something together, a presentation or something, and we can just go. We just go at it, man. We just go
Okay.
at it because
All right.
it's a
Thank
pleasure
you.
to meet up with you, bro. It's a pleasure to reason with you. And so I got my chicken in my hand. I'm dying to eat it.
Go ahead and eat,
I'm coming
man.
now.
Go ahead and eat, and I look forward to it. And definitely, I look forward to visiting the UK. I haven't been there as well, so I look forward
Oh,
to
please
doing
to the
that as
UK,
well.
bro. I'd love to have you UK, man. We can, we can do a lot of stuff together in UK. So just come to UK, and definitely come to Holy Land. Like I said, I'm inviting you to especially come to Holy Land. I'm back down in September because I'm gonna go back to England and do a bit of stuff, sort myself out, then come back down. So when I come to, I'm actually saying it publicly, but when I come to my wedding, I'm inviting you, bro. So you know what I
Okay.
mean? Cool. Be my guest,
Definitely,
bro.
man.
Be my guest.
I appreciate it, man,
Cool.
and stay blessed. Hallelujah and shalom to you, man. And
Hallelujah.
I look forward
Oh, man.
to building with you again. All right. Take care. Eat that chicken because I'm going to eat me something today.
Your brother Derek Silver says chicken, man. You know, chicken, the judge. I love chicken, bro. Take care. Shalom, Mac.
All right, brother. All right. Shalom.
All right, bro. Okay.
That was another man in the Holy Land. And man, Stephen Graham, definitely a beautiful, beautiful brother, man. I appreciate this type of information for us. And we're going to be doing some great things in the Service of Yah group, interviewing a lot of brothers, Hebrews, Christians, very objective. And that's the thing. That's what it's about. Being objective, being open to hearing the information, hearing what's going on, to get away from a lot of the European influence, because a lot of things that we get in the European information is whitewashed. A lot of the information that we're getting, it has been processed. Stuff has been taken out, and we've only been getting it from one side or one perspective, versus hearing it from somebody who has never left Israel, never left the Holy Land, been there for over 4,000 years. In part one of this interview, you seen Sheikh or Sheik, who was on there. I just posted a link, YouTube link to Stephen Graham YouTube page so you can watch the Middle East Deception documentary. And I look forward to it. I'm gonna be having a lot of people from the land. We thank our sister Only Love, who was on last night, gave us some wisdom and knowledge from West Africa from that perspective. And now we just had from the land of Israel. I mean, look, I mean, the Father truly is blessing us, man. And that's what we created this group for, to be objective, brothers and sisters, to be open, brothers and sisters to learn, brothers and sisters to get a lot of information, to know, because this will be able to help us on our way. History is important. Salvation is important. It all goes together. There's a plan and a plot and a lot of deception out here. And if you're only getting it from one side, just from America, the American side, or American books or information from people who put it together, even people that's in the field are tampering and changing and leaving out stuff. People who are Europeans, as well as people who are black, who have an agenda or whatnot. But I want to get objective information from objective scholars who are in the field, very objective. And what better way than to get it from someone who has never left the land? They don't have no agenda. The brother is doing it for free. Everything he does out of his own pocket to make sure that we get a lot of the information. So thank all of you for joining, man. I'm gonna get off here. Blessings to you all. Shabbat shalom to you all, and all praise to the Most High. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go to YouTube and type in It's Majors and the number 1 on YouTube, as well as don't forget to check out Stephen Graham, as well as Sister Only Love. I think her YouTube page is Prophetic Win. I think that's what it is. You can check her out. She has a lot of great information for you, a lot of great scholarly work, as well as Stephen Graham. And it's truly a blessing. It's awesome what the Father is doing. He's really blessing us. And I look forward to building with you guys even more. All right. Shalom to you all. If you're in the Montgomery and Selma area, I will be teaching tomorrow at Calvary Church, Biblical Black History. Who we are as a people, as Hebrews, and documenting the history documenting the history as well as the information. I'm going to get off here, man. Shalom to you all. See you guys later. I'm getting a incoming call, and grace, peace, and many blessings to you. Shabbat shalom.